We're good. Obviously got to give our guys a lot of credit after last night's performance coming out, just didn't have the start that we needed to. Thought the Warriors, they were just full press from the jump. Didn't handle our business in transition. We knew that was a key for the game. Despite being down 17, we win, the next 3 quarters and overtime. So I told the coaches before the game, I said it's going to be a great test for our guys early in the season. Our resiliency after a performance that, didn't live up to our standard last night. And then credit to our guys not having it in that first quarter, just keep finding a way to win. We just found our groove, what we needed to do defensively. We slowed them down in the transition game there in that second quarter. Our game plan discipline was phenomenal. Obviously Curry's one heck of a player. It's going to make it really hard on you. The way he scores, the way he shares the ball. I thought D'Anthony Melton did a heck of a job, all night, but our team coverages, we started switching more. Our bigs did a heck of a job on him. Other smalls did a heck of a job on him. Both teams played extremely well tonight. Came down to overtime, couple possessions. Just credit our guys for the defensive effort there after that first quarter. And then obviously, some crucial offensive execution plays there late in the game as well.
Okay, Terry Davis.
Hey, Coach, it's the third game you've let an opponent score over 32 points in the first quarter, but you're able to come back in the last 3 quarters and win it. What does that say about your transitions and adjustments to tighten up the defense?
Sure. I think I answered the question a moment ago. I don't know if everyone heard, but just a credit to our guys understanding, in that first quarter, one of the priorities was transition. We didn't do a good job. Obviously, we made an emphasis that all day before the game, but then our guys just kind of, found their groove there in that second quarter. Better job holding them to, I think, only 2 points, fast break in the second quarter. Our attention to detail and our pick and roll coverages. They moved so well on the offensive end, transition, pick and roll, off ball cuts. But all 5 guys were phenomenal tonight. It's just a credit to them. I just kept saying, hey, we just got to find our groove. They kept staying positive, showed a lot of resiliency in timeouts, dead balls. Once we got our runs going, it just kind of gave us a lot of confidence, through the rest of the game.
Sean Coleman.
Coach, the Grizzlies' ability to create turnovers tonight against the Warriors, it stood out to make a big difference. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, that was huge. Both teams played with a great level of activity. I thought they played with a lot of physicality, throughout the game, but especially in that first quarter, which, kept us at bay offensively. But tons of credit, with our activity on the ball. They cut and move with great force and pace, but we just found a way to just keep our hands active as much as they were moving, deflections and steals from bigs and smalls, big time blocks. Late in the game, K had a huge one. We were trying to make Curry play inside the 3-point line. He was dishing it off, but we had guys coming in making big time blocks. I think Melt had a big time block there in the overtime off a dump off. But just, our guys, that's, what we always talk about, just continue to be active, be disciplined. And we needed that for a full 53 minutes tonight. And that definitely was an impact for our success tonight.
Colin Word.
Hey, Coach. We've all seen what John has been able to do on the court. I'm just wondering how you've seen his leadership grow off the court into this season.
Yeah, he's just taking huge steps all around. As a player, as a leader, he's finding his voice. He's been finding it for the first 2 years, but even now, just more confidence in what he's got to do to help lead this team. There's been so many moments in this early part of the season, especially tonight's game. Just his positivity, just communicating with the guys in the flow of the game, in timeouts. His voice is resonating throughout, and everyone's just helping follow his lead and responding. But got to give credit to our entire team. Just guys are just reading situations, feeling the game, uplifting each other, challenging each other, and that's something that we need for the long haul.
Drew Hill.
Taylor, is there a difference mentally coming back from a road trip like this at 2-2 versus 1-3 with a, especially on a positive note like this?
I think our guys are going to enjoy this victory, obviously, but we know we got a lot more work to do, to continue to find consistency. So obviously, good road trip, 2-2, great way, to start off a road trip, great way to end a road trip. A lot of good learning opportunities throughout this road trip. We got a quick turnaround here with a travel day tomorrow, home for a few games, excited to get back in front of our fans, but keep building on what we've done. How are we going to find a full 48 minutes of consistency, night out? We've got a lot of tough competition still ahead of us. But just really proud of our guys, resiliency here in the 4th game, second back-to-back on this road trip. Hopefully that's, something to carry some momentum moving forward.
Evan, did you have one more question?
Yes, I did. Taylor, just kind of with this team's resolve through 5 games, do you feel like there's just something where you guys have learned. I know they may have asked it before, but do you think you guys have just learned something through these 5 games, just where the fight is just different collectively, not just relying on Ja, but other guys feeling their confidence to where these kind of games are not something where they can just overly rely on him, but they're all rising up with him?
Yeah, outside of last night's game against Portland, I think our guys carry a mentality where, we can be in every single game if we take care of our business and do what we do and we talk about every single day. But it's a full team effort. We got so many guys playing really well right now, assuming different roles too from last year to this year. I think all of our guys, we talk about it, everyone has a responsibility to make an impact on winning every given night, every given possession, every given situation. When your number's called, whenever that is, it's your responsibility to help impact winning. So I've shown that a lot early here in this season. Hit the guys with that afterwards. This is the resiliency we talk about in the makeup of this team, but we got to have it every single night. And love the confidence these guys are playing with and how they respond game to game. Just got to have that for the full season.
Great. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, everyone.